Hey everyone, how you doing? It's Rafael here, and we're gonna be making a classic summer dish. I'm gonna be making cast iron seared octopus with a lemon, olive oil, capers, olive, and herb vinaigrette. Very easy, in about 20 minutes, you have a great salad. One of the reasons why I always make octopus is not only do I like it, but my kids and wife also love it. Really easy to do. So let me start. One simple bowl right here. We're gonna do everything in here. I'm gonna mix about 5 or 6 things into the bowl. First, some extra virgin olive oil. I don't know, about half a cup or more. Just gonna add some olive oil right now. Once we sear it, we're gonna marinate it for like half an hour, 20 minutes after to grab all the flavors. Okay, there you go. Olive oil there to start. Lemon juice. And add some chopped capers. Some olives, any olives you have, mixed olives, any kind of olives you want to do, add it. I just cut them a little bit thinner. Garlic, the way I like garlic done, shave it really thin. Microplane really does it quicker, easier. Just like that. Last one right here. It's a very flavorful vinaigrette, and that's what we want when we're searing the octopus. To have the octopus be in there for a while. Done there. Then I'm gonna do some parsley. Any herbs, I like parsley, or let's just better say, I have chives and parsley today. So for the parsley, Italian parsley, stay away from that curly parsley. Bush like this, roll it up in my fingers, pretty easy. Okay. And we call it chiffonade, just chop it one time. You don't want to do it too much. You want to keep the flavors as much as possible. Go back again, just little bigger leaves that I missed. Put it back into your bowl. I'm going to grab my vinaigrette right here. Into the bowl. Add the parsley. You can add dill, cilantro, chives. I have some chives here. I'm also going to add some chives. I really like chives. You also want to do this thin as possible. Not as thin as me, but as thin as you can do it. Perfect. Grab everything into your bowl. If you look at this, we just completed the vinaigrette. Mix it all up. 2 more things we gotta add. A little bit of salt. Obviously we season everything. Fresh cracked black pepper. Mix it all around. And there's your vinaigrette. Simple as can be. We did it in less than 5 minutes. Okay? Now we're gonna go to the stove. All I'm gonna do for a couple of minutes is turn on a cast iron pan, medium high heat for 2 or 3 minutes, and we're gonna go right into that. So right here, I have the octopus right here. I'm just gonna put everything close by. The marinade will be very easy. When the octopus gets done, I'm just gonna throw it in here. No plate, no cutting, no nothing. So I wanna keep everything as close to me as possible. I'm gonna do a salad, so I'm also thinking about how am I gonna garnish the salad. Greens, spinach, arugula, cherry tomatoes, jalapenos, whatever you have that you wanna add to your salad. The vinaigrette is so good that you can have some bread to dip it in the vinaigrette, or if you wanna have a meal out of it, so something my daughter came up with, cook some pasta and then add all the vinaigrette and the octopus into the pasta. great idea. For a cast iron, medium-high heat to high heat, let it get hot for about 3 minutes. I do a lot of things in a cast iron pan, steaks, burgers, anything that I want to sear and keep the heat as long as possible. That's what I pretty much use. Also because it's extremely easy to clean. I'm gonna add some olive oil. Same olive oil that I use for the vinaigrette. Nice amount. One thing that I also say is when you add the octopus, there is sometimes some water in it, okay? Just, it might splash or some oil might splash after. So again, once you add the octopus, there is water in it. Remember, it's wet. I try to dry it out as much as I can. But if you dry it out too much, what I don't want you to do is that a lot of the skin will come off when you're trying to dry it out. So I'd rather splash some oil everywhere a little bit than to have it be not the same color or the same texture that I may want it to be. One thing you can do also is add the octopus when it's not fully hot yet. Hot, but not fully hot yet. That way it's not gonna splatter as much as you think it will. So I'm gonna try it now. Again, cooking at home, wanna make sure that it's fine. You can hear the sizzle, but it's not that much, okay? Which is perfect. Once it starts splattering everywhere, hopefully everything will be done. You can hear it now. This is about, I don't know, it's about 1.5 pounds, 1.25 pounds of octopus. So right now, just let it sear. I let it sear for about 3 minutes per side. I want a nice crust, golden brown taste to it. All right. I'm gonna flip it over with a pair of tongs gently. When it's done, as I said, I'm just gonna add it to the vinegar. It's very simple. I have it on high heat now, just because I just want it seared really nicely. Once I add the cooked octopus or the seared octopus to the vinaigrette, I just want to coat it. All sides coated for about 20 minutes. Why 20 minutes? You just want the flavors to develop. I also promise you that if you let it sit for 20 minutes and then you cut it, it'll be a lot better than if you eat it right away. This salad is not just good the way it is, it's good at room temperature, cold, all the other items, ways that you can have it, it's still gonna taste pretty good. You can see the camera right here. You can see the water and the oil coming together. That's why it's splattering, but don't worry, it'll be just absolutely fine. Don't rush it. Trust your pan and it'll come out perfect. What I do now, once I see it done, I get my plate and think about how I'm gonna plate it. One thing that we always try to do is make sure that we can make a restaurant quality dish at home. That is what's very important. The more cooking you do at home that makes it look like a restaurant, the less you're gonna go out to the restaurant. I'm gonna use a white plate today. I just think everything jumps out on a white plate. I have some arugula here that my wife Tony, my sous chef, also loves. Some cherry tomatoes, and I like spice. So I'm gonna add a little bit of thinly sliced jalapenos. She doesn't, but you can just pick those away on the side. And then, beautiful. You can make this salad all year long and by adding a different herb, a different something to it. Let's say in the winter, some roasted pumpkin seeds, or you want to add some crushed almonds to it. You can add now some, in the spring, some scallions, spring onions. You can add some fava beans to it. It just gives it a same dish, but you can change it throughout the entire year. So now, with my tongs, I don't want to touch anything. I just want to make sure. Usually, if it comes out pretty easy, then that means it's been searing. Look at that color there. The only one that came out pretty easy was that one. The other three, I'm just gonna leave there. The pan will tell me when to flip, when I can just nudge it and it just comes right out, especially in a cast iron pan. I'm going for the other one. There you go. Look at that color. See that, Tony? That one just came right out, okay? And then we're just gonna cook it for 3 minutes. Again, 3 minutes per side, crusty on all sides, soft, tender, and smooth inside, okay? That's the goal. It's soft, tender inside, a nice little char on the outside. Look at that, Tony. Look at this one right there, okay? So what I'm gonna do with this, I just took it out. I'm gonna add it straight into the vinaigrette. No cooking, no dicing, no chopping just yet, okay? So you can see right there, it's the octopus in the vinaigrette, it's simple. I'm also gonna take this one out. Look at that color, right into there. Just nudge it in there. The other two will be coming on in about 30 seconds, and that's pretty much it. I will do one really quick slice for you so you can see a nice way to present something at home. But again, just my idea is just to leave it there for about half an hour, 20 minutes, half an hour, so all the flavors come, balance together and gel together. All right, looking at this right now, that's a beautiful color. I'm gonna take it out right in there. The bigger piece, remember also the bigger piece and the thicker piece will take longer to cook, like anything else. A thicker steak takes longer to cook than a thinner steak. In here, what I'm doing here while that one's waiting, I'm just gonna toss it, just like that. Toss it into the vinaigrette. And what I do sometimes when I do make a pasta, I'll do extra vinaigrette just for this intention. How you just want it just beautiful all over. Put it in here. Okay, Tony, I'm gonna go back over here. So here, right here, I pretty much have it. It's pretty much already done, okay? Look at this, just beautiful. That's what you want. You want it coated. You want to taste everything. You want to taste the olives, the capers, the lemon, the olive oil, and the herbs. And that's pretty much what I do right here. For me, when I do a presentation at home, or even at the restaurant, I'd rather do small portions, and you can always eat more, get more. Just whenever we do smaller portions, sometimes it just looks so much nicer. So now, we got a white plate right in front of me here, meaning my cutting board. As I told you before, I have some arugula, baby arugula, something we always have at home. Cherry tomatoes, always have some jalapenos, pretty much always have that also. I want to cut this into smaller pieces. So what I'm going to do, I'm trying to take some of it out and grab a piece of the octopus right here. Let me see, let me get the smallest one here so you guys can see it. Right here. Look at that. What I'm going to do now, it's very simple. I'm just going to cut it into maybe 8 to 10 pieces. How do I do that? I'll start at the thick end, right there. Like that. But what I do is when I cut it, I try to keep it in its original shape because that's the way that I want to present it. So even if it goes another way, I try to go back and keep it. When I get it, I'll try to put it on the center of the plate just because that's where I want it to be at. Right there. Finish cutting last couple of pieces, just like that. And I'll leave the tail, just like that. What I'll do is also, remember we have extra vinaigrette. That's the intention of it. We want to use it on this plate. So the plate right now looks like it's centered, just like that. I grab some of the vinaigrette that's in the bowl. That's what you want to taste everything. You want to taste everything. I'm going to pour it back onto the salad, to the octopus, a little bit around just the plate, just like this. I have some cherry tomatoes. Garnish the cherry tomatoes. The cherry tomatoes with this vinaigrette is going to be wonderful. I sliced them, I cut them in half. You can cut them in quarters. Yellow, red, heirloom tomatoes would work perfect. I like thinly sliced jalapenos. Just not too much. Arugula, my wife's favorite green. I'm gonna put it right on the side right here. So you wanna be able to see the octopus and see what you're getting. Then of course, extra vinaigrette. Who doesn't like olive oil, capers, and lemon juice? Right over the top. So again, pretty simple summer salad. Seared, cast iron seared octopus with a vinaigrette consisting of olive oil, lemon, capers, olives, whatever herbs you have. I'm using some chives and some parsley. Pretty much that's it. Garnish it, make it your style. So here we have a summer seared octopus salad with vinaigrette, and then I topped it with some cherry tomatoes, jalapenos, and some baby arugula. Okay, there you go. Or you can find me on Instagram. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, chef.rafael.gonzalez. Facebook also at Chef Rafael Gonzalez. Please give me a thumbs up if you like it.